The Snow White live-action remake has ignited a firestorm of controversy, and Disney CEO Bob Iger now finds himself in the middle of one of the company's most divisive scandals yet. From the casting of Rachel Zegler to creative overhauls that have left fans bewildered and frustrated, this film has become more than just another Disney project. It's a symbol of growing discontent with the entertainment giant's approach to storytelling. What began as a nostalgic effort to reimagine a beloved classic has spiraled into a full-blown PR nightmare, amplified by backlash from audiences and fueled by the second trailer's disastrous reception. The second trailer, released amid simmering tensions on December 10th, only intensified the drama. Fans were quick to voice their disdain, and the numbers speak for themselves. Nearly 800,000 dislikes compared to a paltry 27,000 likes. That's a staggering 14-to-1 ratio of negativity, a clear sign that the majority of viewers are not on board with Disney's vision for this remake. Such overwhelming rejection is not just a blow to the film itself. It's an indictment of Disney's broader strategy of repackaging beloved classics into live-action adaptations. Audiences have spoken, and the message is clear. Disney's magic may be fading. Live-action remakes are nothing new for Disney, but the backlash surrounding Snow White is unprecedented. While films like The Lion King and Dumbo faced criticism, they still managed to maintain some level of goodwill with audiences. Snow White, however, finds itself in a unique and troubling position. The original 1937 animated classic is not just another Disney movie. It's a cornerstone of cinematic history, a timeless tale that set the foundation for Disney's empire. Fans hold it close to their hearts, and any attempt to reimagine such a beloved story was always going to face scrutiny. But instead of honoring the original, Disney's decision to overhaul fundamental aspects of the story has alienated audiences, and the controversy has only deepened with time. One of the most significant points of contention is the removal of the Seven Dwarfs, arguably one of the most iconic and recognizable features of the original tale. Disney's decision to replace them with magical persons was reportedly sparked by actor Peter Dinklage, who criticized the depiction of little people in the original story. While Disney's intention to address this concern may have been well-meaning, the execution has been widely panned. Many argue that this change not only erases an integral part of the story, but also robs talented actors from the little people community of meaningful roles. Instead of creating a thoughtful solution, Disney's magical person's replacement has become a symbol of performative progress, mocked by critics and fans alike. Compounding the controversy is the casting of Rachel Zegler as Snow White, a decision that has sparked its own wave of backlash. In the original story, Snow White's defining characteristic, her skin is white as snow, is not just a superficial detail, but a core element of her identity. For many fans, this specific description is inseparable from the character, and casting someone who does not match this trait has been seen as a fundamental misunderstanding of the story. While race-bending has been successful in other Disney adaptations, such as Halle Bailey's portrayal of Ariel in The Little Mermaid, the situation with Snow White feels different. Snow White's name itself is tied directly to her physical appearance, and Disney's decision to sidestep this aspect has only added fuel to the fire. Rachel Zegler's off-screen behavior has made matters even worse. In interviews, Zegler has come across as dismissive of the 1937 animated classic, framing the remake as an effort to fix what she describes as the original's outdated flaws. Comments like these, while likely intended to highlight the modern updates in the film, have alienated fans who view the original Snow White as a treasured cultural landmark. For many, Zegler's tone came off as condescending, as if the love they feel for the original movie was being invalidated. Instead of fostering excitement for the remake, her remarks have deepened the divide between Disney and its audience. In one particularly infamous moment, Zegler implied that Snow White needed a complete overhaul to make it relevant for modern audiences. She dismissed the original story's focus on romance, saying that her Snow White would be a leader who doesn't need a prince to save her. While reimagining stories with a modern lens can be valuable, framing the removal of the prince as a feminist triumph feels disingenuous to many fans. The original Snow White was never about waiting helplessly for a man. Its central themes revolved around kindness, resilience, and inner strength. By painting the removal of the prince as a victory, Disney risks rewriting a story that didn't need fixing in the first place. The backlash surrounding Snow White is not just about creative decisions. It's also about the broader cultural tensions that Disney has found itself tangled in. Many fans argue that Disney's approach to diversity and modernization often feels forced and performative rather than genuine and thoughtful. While audiences are generally supportive of efforts to tell inclusive stories, they are tired of seeing beloved classics altered in ways that feel like corporate box ticking. Instead of creating new stories that celebrate diverse characters and cultures, Disney has opted to repackage old tales, leading to frustration and fatigue among even the most loyal fans. This pattern is not unique to Snow White. Disney's recent live-action remakes, such as The Little Mermaid and Mulan, have faced similar criticism for making changes that feel unnecessary or out of touch. In the case of The Little Mermaid, the decision to alter iconic lyrics from songs like Kiss the Girl sparked debates about whether the updates added anything meaningful to the story. With Mulan, Disney's attempt to deliver a culturally respectful adaptation fell flat, as changes to the story alienated fans of the original animated version. In each case, Disney's efforts to modernize these classics have often come across as pandering rather than progressive, leaving audiences unsatisfied. The second trailer for Snow White has only cemented these frustrations. Released on the heels of Zegler's controversial remarks about 80 million Americans, the trailer became a lightning rod for negativity. The like-to-dislike ratio speaks volumes. Nearly 800,000 dislikes to just 27,000 likes. Such overwhelming rejection is a wake-up call for Disney, highlighting just how disconnected the studio has become from its audience. Fans are tired of seeing their favorite stories stripped down, reimagined, and rebranded in ways that feel hollow and disingenuous. The financial stakes for Snow White are monumental. With an estimated budget of over $300 million, the film represents a significant investment for Disney, one they cannot afford to see fail. Yet, with the controversy surrounding its creative choices, the polarizing reception of its trailers, and the damage caused by Zeglers' public comments, Snow White faces an uphill battle at the box office. The backlash has grown so widespread that even Disney's marketing efforts seem unlikely to change public opinion. The studio now finds itself in a precarious position, scrambling to salvage a project that has already been tainted in the eyes of many fans. For Disney, the Snow White debacle is more than just a single misstep. It's a symptom of a larger problem. The company's reliance on live-action remakes has left audiences feeling fatigued and disillusioned. Instead of creating new, original stories that could inspire a new generation, Disney has focused on rehashing the past, often with mixed results. Each poorly received remake chips away at the trust and goodwill the brand has spent decades building, and Snow White may be the tipping point. As the controversy continues to unfold, the future of Disney's live-action strategy hangs in the balance. If the company hopes to regain the trust of its audience, it will need to rethink its approach to storytelling. Fans have made it clear that they are not opposed to change. They are opposed to changes that feel forced, unnecessary, or disrespectful to the legacy of the original stories. By prioritizing authenticity, creativity, and thoughtful representation, Disney has an opportunity to win back its audience and restore the magic that made it a cultural powerhouse. In the case of Snow White, however, the damage may already be done. With an alienated fan base, a troubled production, and the lead actress whose public comments have fueled further division, the film faces a long and difficult road ahead. Disney's decision to release a second trailer amid the controversy only added to the backlash, serving as a stark reminder of how out of touch the company has become with its audience. What do you think about the Snow White remake controversy? Are fans justified in their frustration, or is Disney being unfairly criticized for trying to modernize an old classic? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates as this drama unfolds. One thing is for certain, the Snow White story has taken on a new life, but it's not the kind of fairy tale Disney was hoping for.